I love how my family just assumed I would get fat at some point or like grow some weight on my chest or my belly because this is like a medium, I think, and I am a medium, small for sport shirts. Anyways, I'm only wearing this though because it's Indycar season. Well, kind of. It's Indy 500 week, so basically it's Indycar season. I ordered from Spoiler Diecast and Toronto Motorsports this year because both had different stuff I needed. Spoiler made me pay an extra $66 of duties and tariffs and import fees. The whole order was 120. I paid 180. Toronto was the same as always. So that's great. I'm broke now. Not really. As I have 13,000 diecasts I have to review. So anyways, let me just stop yapping. Let's open these boxes up and I'll show what I got. But now I gotta flip the camera because I'm wearing two shirts now, so this doesn't look like it's too big on me, by the way. Let's see what we got this year. All right, so I figured let's do Toronto Motorsports first, and then we'll do Spoiler after that. I'm just gonna grab them out of the box, and we'll see what we got, okay? That's awesome. First up, we have kind of number actually wise. I didn't buy the Joseph Newgarden, but I did buy the Scott McLaughlin number 3 Dex Imaging Chevrolet. First year we've gotten Dex in 164 range. It's about time. This is the paint game that Scott Dixon got his first career win in. And in fact, I think we got a 118 of it. And it was a first win, but of course, it was just the standard scheme. They don't do race damage or anything because there really isn't ever race damage on Indy cars other than Marcus Ericsson. Anyways, they haven't made it yet. I'm glad they did at least finally. I do like IXO for this because I was kind of pissed we got the XFL car last year, but at the same time, I don't care too much because it's a different mold in a way. So, it looks pretty good. I love the new boxes, honestly, this year. This year's boxes look a lot better. It's just more original. I just did the ECR car videos, so let me just take these ones out. Just a comparison. I don't have it like a box complete right now. This is how I unbox them now, but it just looks a lot better right now. This kind of just looks boring. The little grid lines and stuff. It almost looks cheap a little bit in a way, but this little kind of like foil, I guess, number, geez, I'm used to saying that. The foil lettering, everything, it's a simple but clean design. And the box this year also looks pretty nice. I do wish we got trading cards, but we still have the back that says a bunch of stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm glad we got Dex Imaging finally in 164 though. Up next, let's see. The Alex Pilot number 10 DHL car. I did not buy the championship car just because I'm going to keep it in the box anyways, and I don't really feel the need of keeping these cars in the box, honestly, in a way, because they come with a box. Anyways, I just didn't care too much about it. It was cheaper, actually, but... Sorry, it was going to be cheaper if I bought it off of the IMS store, but I didn't buy from IMS. Probably would have been a better idea now I think about it. Whoops. Anyways, like again, this looks really great as well. The kind of goldy foil-looking color for the pillow. It looks great. The packaging for this one seems a little... Like, it's pretty obvious it's cardboard, and I think there might be like almost like a decal on top of it. Because you see it kind of like the cardboard lines, perhaps. But anyways, the DHL card itself looks great. I think, honestly, I like this one more than last year's. I said a while ago I didn't like this one, but more yellow on it actually looks good, I think, personally. But yeah, we have had a lot of IXO cars since they started. Looks great, though. I should also mention there were some cars I didn't get. Like I mentioned the Newgarden. I also didn't get the ECR cars because I think they're basically the exact same. Otherwise, I think I bought most of them, including this one, the David Malukas number 12 Verizon car. Almost considered not getting this one because the wheel power is very similar. However, it is Malukas' first year in Penske, and even though I do unbox this car, I stay in the box. I think it'll still be nice. It's a nice value to have, and it's kind of the first David Malukas car. In a way, this will be kind of the second/third. Hink, wink, nudge, nudge. The first one I got, oh no, I've had so many. That's such a lie, actually. I got his 2022. Was it 2022 or 2023? I think it was 2023, actually. No, 2022 HMD car. And then I didn't buy his 2023. And then his 2024 McLaren car that he never actually ran, I also got. So, yeah, I had a lot of Malukases. It's very similar to the Power. When I do the review, I'll show that. But it's great. Yeah, I like little Dave. I don't know. I feel like I don't like him this year that much because he's just doing so much better than Newgarden. But, no, man, I can't fucking hate him for that. He's doing a wonderful job behind that 12 car. I also want to mention that all 3 Penske cars that we got this year were red. A little annoying about that. Of course, I don't have... I mean, here's the other one. It's the exact same. Like, everything I think on the Aston card this year for Newgarden is the exact same, which is why I didn't buy it. But, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Up next, we have the Scott Dixon number 9 car. Now, I didn't really want to buy this car. However, the current Dixon I have doesn't roll that well, so I'm hoping this one does. Obviously, we got new metal kind of pieces, elements added onto this IXO car this year. I'll do a new comparison video as well coming up, probably with this car, actually. But that'll be probably post 500. Otherwise, had that car been rolling fine, I probably wouldn't have picked this one up. I don't really see the reason. I think it's basically the exact same. I only have the box, of course, right now because the Dixon car's inside, and it's really hard to get these out of the box sometimes. It's meh. No, it is basically the exact same car. Maybe there's some differences, and we'll look over those in a later video. But from just a quick look at it, it is basically the same car. But I need this one to roll, or else it's kind of just a waste of money. And we're already running out of room. That's great. Up next, Nolan Siegel's number 6 NTT data car. Can't believe this thing got made. We got Nolan Siegel before Marcus Ericsson or Kyle Kirkwood. This is last year, anyways. Whatever. A little bit of damage. I'm just probably marking and scuffing off for the box there. This one doesn't hit as well as the other ones. I feel like all these kind of are darker shades of colors in terms of the box. But again, I'm not going to worry too much about it. McLaren cars this year, I don't really like them that much, honestly. But this is the first year we got a Siegel and a number 6 since green light. So I kind of need to buy it. I don't know how I feel about the tires, though. This reminds me of, like, the current Authentic lines with all the tires being black. I think the tires are black, but it looks weird, man. Like, I feel like they should have some sort of trim on them. Like, they do. Sorry, they do have this orange trim, but obviously IXO cannot do that trim for some reason. That's the one thing I liked about Greenlight, that they were able to do that. That's a surprising one detail that they've not been able to do IXO, but for now, it's fine. It's still a decent car. I think it's very similar, though, to the Malukas car that we got a couple years back. Our first, well, not really actually, it's our first full-time Andretti car ever been produced by IXO. The Will Power number 26 TWG car. That's, oh my god, look at that front wing. Please tell me that thing's not going to the sky. I think it's going to help when the car's actually on the ground. And not just like in packaging, but that thing looks like it's very high. Again, that's another issue with IXO. I'm hoping with the metal wings this year, maybe it has a little bit more weight, it'll be able to push it down a bit, but we'll see. Hopefully it's the case, though, because that's been the biggest... There's been a lot of hicks, but I think that's been one of the biggest issues I've had with the IXO cars. But the TWG car looks great. I never realized this kind of, like, white piece on it here, as you see. I'm not a fan of that, honestly. I think it might almost have to be a different, like a darker color. If it was like a darker white, almost like a kind of a green or yellow, however I'm colorblind. This looks like it's yellow, but I think it's also green at the same time. So whatever color the yellow looking TWG color is, if it kind of had a shading of that almost for that white piece, I think it would look a lot better. Still weird to see Will Power in a 26 car. Got a couple more, I think, from Toronto. No, wait. Was that it? I thought there was one more. I feel like there's one more. Oh, no. No, there's my receipt. Well, in that case, I should probably make sure this is all I got. Is that really, that only by 6? Yep, only about 6. Okay. I must have bought a lot more from Spoiler then. Hence the $66 shipping. Also, IXO, we didn't have that many cars produced again. It's kind of annoying. They're all kind of repeats in a way. The Power's new and the Siegel's new, and a couple other new ones. But realistically, we need a bigger variety, I think. All right, let's get some of these cards out. Oh, that's that. Okay, it's packaged like that. That's why. They did 2 per little package. These both? Yeah, they're both. All right. Finishing off the McLarens, we got the Pato Award number 5 Air Electronics card. This is the second biggest hindrance of the new McLaren color scheme. It just looks blank. Honestly, the front wing needs something. Yeah, a little bit boring, I'm not going to lie, but it's fine. The papaya orange still kind of replicated on this car. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It's basically the same points as I made on the Seagull. It's always been like that with the McLaren cars. And then I'm really glad we got this one, the Christian Lundgaard number 7. The most plain car by far. It's legit just papaya orange, but it's a Christian Lundgaard car. Who cares? Just won his first win with McLaren. Just got his first win with McLaren. Pretty cool. Obviously, this isn't the sponsor. Can't have vape sponsors and nicotine sponsors, whatever, on IndyCars. So, thank you, McLaren, for sponsoring the number 7 car for, what's the 5th year now? Since 2022, I think we've had a McLaren-sponsored car. So, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, this is the 5th year. 6th year if you include the 2021 118 car, but I'm not counting that because it's not a 164, obviously. Continuing on, I thought I had... Oh, yeah, there's for sure 2 more. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll do the last 2026 I got. And that is the Santino Ferrucci number 14 Homes for Our Troops car. Of course, this is a full-time sponsor this year, which is nice. And compared to last year's car, that also got made for Homes for Our Troops, this is on the road course kick, of course, because they are full-time. So it kind of sucks that we don't have a Speedway area. Actually, we do have a Speedway car, but I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, anyways, that's the only reason why I bought this, really. Again, had this been on the Super Speedway kit, I probably wouldn't have picked this up. The only big difference I see is this kind of bright, kind of like beige almost color on the camera pod or the upper air intake and like the mini shark fin. So, pretty similar car, but again, we'll go over that come review time. So, as I ordered these, a couple new cars just came in to Indy specifically. I don't think they got shipped to any of the retailers yet. That was the Stingray Rob number 77 and the Ed Carpenter 33. 2 new numbers and everything. I'm really pissed off, honestly. Like, really pissed off that those got produced now. And released now, specifically. I wouldn't mind buying one, but they didn't have any. So, I'll have to find those at some point. Maybe I'll go to Markham. Just if I go to Markham, then this entire order is completely useless because I could have bought most of them here. Let me just do that. Oh, you can see my terrible mess back there. Let's not show that. Anyways, moving on to the 2025s. There are 2 different pieces I got. First up was the only 2025 I was missing out on originally. That is the Marco Andretti number 98 Mapai car. Obviously, this is his last year that he ever ran now, I guess, for the Indy 500. That he went out in lap 1, turn 1. I honestly think he should have done 1 more year. I think this year should have been his last year. I think it would have worked out perfectly, especially now with the Hurdle news, obviously, if Hurdle not running. It would have been a lot more perfect. We would have had a bump day and everything as well, which sucks. Well, sucks now because it didn't happen. But anyways, we got that at least. This thing's been through a little bit of a ruckus. So look at the packaging. It's gotten a wear and tear now on it. But glad I finally picked this up. I don't even think... The only one I could find on Amazon, Canadian-wise, is the 2024 Mapai car. And obviously this is pretty similar, but I thought it was IXO chassis. And it's going to be his last car, his last ride, theoretically. So figured I should probably pick this up. And it was available at Spoiler. So I found it, and I bought it. And then the final piece of this year's IndyCar haul, until I find the Ed Carpenter Singer Rob, and probably pay $60 shipping as well for those, unless they come to Toronto Motorsports. Also, just another note I found out today. They made an Oscar Mayer car, like kind of program car for the Wiener 500. I am so pissed I can't find that. Or I haven't found that because it just got released. But honestly, I'm so pissed, man. That's such an awesome car. And I wish I could get my hands on it, but I don't think Toronto Motorsports is going to have that. The final piece is this year's IndyCar Podium Pack. This is by far the greatest thing IXO's done. Thank God they continued this. At first, I was worried last year we weren't going to get a podium pack. But we got one. Theoretically, all exclusives in a way. That's the one good part about IXO now, is that basically no matter what, as long as Stingray Rob and Ed Carpenter are on the podium, we will have 3 exclusives in a way. Now, I say that because, of course, Alex will win the 500. when we got his diecast this year, we got the standard version, which was the road course kit. And then we also got the champion edition, which is also just the road course kit. It's the exact same car. It just has the celebratory box. So with his Indy win, of course, we get the Speedway Aero kit, which is awesome. We get a Pato award on that kind of, the one-off paint scheme, of course, from McLaren. Very similar to what he's running this year. And then we got a David Malukas number 4. By far, that car is the most valuable of this entire set. A couple things I want to mention. I'll also do this in the review, because this is coming out, I think, on Sunday, this review. I think I'm posting this on Saturday, right? Does that make sense? I think so. Well, today's Friday. And I was going to release this yesterday, but then, you know, the push news broke out, and I just didn't feel the need to record. But anyways, by far, the greatest car right there is that David Malukas. So, that's the 5th Malukas released. Well, now we have 5 Malukas diecast produced, but that one right there might be the best one we've ever gotten. Quick look at the box. Obviously, this pissed me off and a lot of other people. Pato Ward's the one who's actually lined up with his number, or his placement. This has got to change, hopefully, at some point. It doesn't look that great, in a way. And then on the back, yeah, pretty similar to what we usually get. I did like having a little bit more information about the race itself. Just as a thought here, and I'll say this more again, hopefully, in the review for this, of course. Move these up a little bit, and then have, like, the race stats. I know they used to have, like, position, start position, laps led, pits, something like that. Just kind of nice. The average speed, I don't really care too much about it. I just want to look here. I guess because they were under caution when they finished, right? So, excuse me. The the time will be off a bit, but it says David Malukas lost by a second. Well, actually, maybe he did because there was a caution, and then Ericsson finished second, theoretically. Which also would have been an exclusive, by the way. Anyways, this is pretty cool, and that is this year's Indycar haul as of now. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff. I would hope also after the 500 we get a couple releases. Obviously we'll get like the Indy win, which also got produced. So in a way, maybe the 10 car is an exclusive, but that's the argument you make every year, is that Indy win will always be produced. But I would still consider it because of where we finished. The podium pack does kind of make it unexclusive, but that's a yap time. That's a yap session for another time. So there you have it. That is this year's IndyCar haul. As of now, it's not bad. Have we had better years? Absolutely, but I'm setting a low bar for IXO, and they did decent. They almost I think they met the standard this year, actually. So that's all I got. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.